Well, wonderful, guys. Well, listen, as Ken Harrison mentioned, my name is Singar Pope. I'm dialing in tonight out of Atlanta, Georgia. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to be online with you guys to share this unique information as it relates to CapTech's business opportunity. With that being said, guys, I'm going to jump right into the information for the sake of time. You know, if you're someone who's ambitious and business-minded, who has an entrepreneurial spirit, then you may have landed yourself in the right place at the right time. And so if you're someone who's been looking for a profitable yet affordable business opportunity, then what we're going to share with you guys tonight may be just that. We're looking for people that can make a 3-month commitment to work extremely hard and smart, but to be able to do that and then take the rest of the year off. And so for most of you guys, you may hear something like that and say to yourselves, wow, you know, could that really be possible? But this is what happens every single year inside of the industry that we're going to be talking about on tonight's call. And so we're talking about an extremely lucrative industry, unlike any other industry on the planet, which is the tax preparation industry. And this industry assists people with the process that every working adult in America is required to go through, and that is the submission of their annual income tax returns. And what most people don't realize about this unique industry is that the people who participate in this industry make more money in that 2 to 3 month time span than most companies and most businesses make all year long. And so what we have here is a very unique industry that can afford a person to make a significant amount of income in literally a very short amount of time. We're also talking about a lucrative industry that is what we consider to be recession-proof. And so the worse our economy does, the better this industry does, because more people begin to lean on their tax return, their tax refund, to kind of help weather the storm when times get tough. And so more people filed taxes last year, the year before that, and even the year before that than in recent history, because more people needed to get access to that refund. We're talking about an industry that's 100% recession-proof. We're also talking about an industry that right now generates a little over $7.7 billion in annual revenue. And most importantly, 37% of the industry is ran by a single person operation. So in other words, we're talking about an industry that can allow a person to capitalize on this explosive industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry, and to be able to do that with the minimum amount of employees and things of that nature. And so roughly almost 40% of that $7.7 billion is controlled by a single person operation, which we believe is perfectly fitting for the opportunity that we're going to talk about on tonight's call. And so starting your own tax business can enable you to capitalize on this growing industry and give you the income and the time freedom that only this industry can provide because of just the sheer nature of the seasonal type of industry that we're talking about. Now, the company that we've chosen to partner with to bring this unique business model to the marketplace is a company by the name of Capital Tax Services, LLC. Now, for the sake of this call and our presentation, you're going to hear us refer to that repeatedly as CapTech for short. But Capital Tax Services, LLC is located right here in Atlanta, Georgia. They've been in business for roughly 5 years, and they have a strategic national reach of over 250 offices spanning 20 states, making this one of the largest and fastest growing companies in this industry today. And so we're talking about a company that's only been in business for roughly 5.5, almost 6 years now, but has already reached a critical point in terms of the speed that is growing and the size it's become. Now, they have created a one-of-a-kind business opportunity that allows an individual to take part in the tax industry without the stress and headaches of learning of how to actually prepare tax returns. Now, let me say that again, because this is probably the most critical part, because most people today, you know people today that make a very significant income in 2 or 3 months out of the year preparing taxes. But today, because of this one-of-a-kind business opportunity, we can allow individuals to take part in the tax industry without the stress of learning of how to actually prepare tax returns and becoming a tax professional. And that's what's so unique about this business model. Now, we consider this to be the ultimate business opportunity because this business opportunity and this company allows you to gain the support of hundreds of licensed tax professionals to perform the tax preparation for your clients and actually get their tax returns done through you but not by you. And so we supply you with a ready-made customer base and marketing and promotional materials that you'll need to capture the traffic coming through some very unique partnerships that we have. And in the event that you are a business owner already, or you're someone that has access to a base of customers, then we can provide you with several tools that we're going to talk about on tonight's call that can allow you to capitalize on this industry, and again, without having to actually prepare a tax return yourself. So here's the most critical piece to this entire business opportunity. It's the mere fact that every person that you know has to participate in 2 separate activities this year, and they're going to do that every year from this point moving forward. Those 2 activities are filing an annual tax return as well as having access to affordable health care. And because of that, the CapTax opportunity has created a very unique business model that can allow you to capitalize on both of those 2 unique things that's going to happen whether we like it or not. Capital Tax is one of only 5 national companies that can offer you the opportunity to gain access to the Affordable Care Act, or the Obamacare, and avoid the penalties associated that are being assigned at the tax income level. So if you have a refund coming to you this year and you don't have insurance at the time that you prepare your taxes, guys, you're going to receive a penalty. Now, it will not come out of this year's taxes, but it will automatically be assigned and come out of your next year's tax refund. So very, very critical that we have an opportunity that addresses both of these. And probably one of the most exciting parts is that imagine getting into a business that business starts every year right around tax season because it's taking advantage of the tax industry. But because of that starting around that time frame, you have the ability to write off the entire investment for being in that business against the current year's income. So in other words, you can write that off and pretty much get involved with this industry and this business model for absolutely free. And so we're talking about something that's extremely disruptive, something that will revolutionize this entire industry. And this is not a trial by error thing or test marketing. This is something that CapTax business model has had in place over the last 6 years, and they've done it in a franchise type of environment that has afforded the everyday, ordinary person to be empowered to actually involve themselves in the tax industry, and again, in many cases, not without having to become a tax professional and or prepare a tax return. So very critical. Now, in terms of what's making this such a revolutionary idea, there are 3 groups of people that have the potential of benefiting from this unique business model that we're going to highlight here very, very quickly. Now, we're going to talk about some unique partnerships that we have on the table that include national check cashing companies with 9,000 and 10,000 locations, that include other types of companies that have 10,000, 15,000 locations across the country. And those companies have the potential of benefiting from the tax industry through this unique model. For those companies, we've been able to create market solutions that allow companies with large existing customer traffic to offer the convenience of having their clients' tax preparation done inside of their place of business. And so what this does for those companies is that it creates additional traffic for participating locations, as well as it creates additional revenue streams, and based on the tax refund, allow their client base to patronize their business during tax season, which is very critical for most companies. So that's a major win for a company. The second person who tremendously benefits from this unique model that we're going to talk about is the client themselves. See, what's unique about this model is that we created a business model where, again, it's a win-win-win, but the client receives the benefits of having a professional tax service provided for them that's priced at or below the national average, that's being performed from the convenience of their cell phone and or tablet. So we've been able to infuse technology that allows them to be able to gain access to a licensed professional to prepare their taxes, and to be able to do that with some very significant benefits. And so one of those benefits is that for every person, every client that prepares their taxes through this unique model, they're going to receive a 3-day, 2-night vacation getaway that has a $250 value. And this is no smoke and mirrors. This is not a timeshare event or anything like that. It's no strings attached, a 3-day, 2-night vacation getaway just for doing their taxes with the CapTax service. And again, this is a $250 value. Now, they also have the ability to receive a free Affordable Care Act evaluation and recommendation service. So without them having to go through the websites and trying to talk to someone to figure out if they can qualify for their health care, that can be done at the tax preparation level. And right at that tax preparation level, not only can you subscribe to the Obamacare through Capital Tax, which again, we're only one of 5 companies that can allow you to do that on a national scale. But most importantly, if there is any out-of-pocket money that needs to be paid, guys, you can actually apply that directly to your tax refund so that you don't have to come out of your pocket for any money as it relates to getting access to your health care and or avoiding up to $2,000 in fees that you have to pay by not having access to health care. And so also the client receives up to $1,000 in an advancement towards their tax refund. And more importantly than that, or just as importantly, what CapTax has done over the last 6 years is they've performed various exit polls and they've monitored what people spend their tax refund on when they actually get their refund. And they took the top 5 things that people purchase with their tax refund, and they've been able to bring those products to the marketplace at a deep, deep discount so that rather than having to take the tax refund and go out and shop for these things in one location, your clients will be able to purchase those things not with their out-of-pocket refund money, but before they receive their refund, they can add those things directly to their tax return and have those things taken out of their refund right at tax time. And so a very unique model that, again, benefits the company, benefits the clients that receive these services, and most importantly, for those of you guys with vision who understand timing when it comes to business, the partners receive an opportunity to capitalize on all of that I just named. And so a very, very critical opportunity here. Now, one of the things that brings this entire business model and makes this business model come to life is technology. And so when you think about all the different things that technology does for us and all the different things that technology has added to our lives and allowed us to operate our lives with speed and efficiency and being able to save money and time as it relates to technology, why is it that you haven't been able to accomplish that same goal inside of the tax industry? Now, there are many people that take advantage of things like TurboTax and things of that nature, but that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about you doing your taxes. We're talking about having a professional do your taxes for you. And so if you're on the webinar, you should see a video plan. This is probably the best way for us to describe the way this application works. So over the next minute and 19 seconds, we're going to share with you a video that's going to show you just how simple our business model truly is.
Technology does many smart things, but here's one that might be the smartest of them all. With next year's resolution of making money on your mind, your next big idea could be right in front of you. Every day, someone's making money on a new app. Still angry you didn't invent Angry Birds? Don't give up yet. There's an app made just for you. Yes, you. With the click of a button, you could be in business just in time for next year's tax season. Your tax app partners you with Capital Tax, one of the nation's largest and fastest growing tax service companies. Imagine having the power of a full-service tax preparation company in the palm of your hands that could pay you 12 months of income in the next 3 months. Here's the best part. There's no trainings, licenses, or certifications needed. Just share your app, and you earn a piece of each tax return prepared. So here's how simple this truly is. From any smartphone or tablet, you or your clients can simply take photos of all the required documents, upload them, and hit submit, and our certified tax professionals will get them the max refund and tax benefits, saving your clients lots of time and money. It's that simple. Just sit back, relax, and your tax preparer will complete your client's tax return for you, leaving you the rest of your year to enjoy.
So as you can see, tax preparation can't get any simpler than that. At that point, you can sit back and relax because the tax preparation will be being done at that point by a licensed professional at the CapTax level. And so, again, if you're on the webinar, you saw how simple that was to perform those services, and it allows us to be able to expand the marketplace. So if you live in California and you've got a best friend from college that lives in Florida, and you tell them, listen, I'm in the tax business, give me a shot at seeing if I can get you a higher refund or I can match what you've gotten in the past, and it's being done by a licensed professional company, and you can simply email them or text them or Facebook message them your mobile app that's actually registered to you, and with a click of a button, they can load their information up, send that off, have their taxes prepared, and within minutes, they can have their taxes done. And so not only is the app free for all of your clients, but they can actually send additional information that may be being requested by the tax preparer. They can hit a button for customer support They can check the status of their tax refund. And again, all of that's being done by a tax professional while they sit there and have nothing to do, and it saves them both time and money. And so it's a very unique way. And so when you think about everything that technology does for us, doesn't it not make sense to now use technology to do something as critical that we have to do on an annual basis as file our annual tax returns? And so it's already being done. We're now just in a position to do it as individuals and actually get paid. And so we also have additional income sources that we have available for when different products are being sold at the tax preparation level. Guys, last year, the average tax prep fee was right around $291. And so our average tax prep fee ranges from $250 upwards to right around $300. So we're right in there with the national average. And we're able to bring this technology, access to a free vacation. We're able to do all of those things and still be priced right where the national average is. And so people say, well, wow, I wonder how you're able to do all that and still charge what everyone else is charging. And this is how we're able to do that, because we understand what people are going to purchase with their refunds. And so we make those products available. And if they purchase those things through you, if you're on the webinar, you can see here, there's a commission to be paid to you. And so things that the normal retail regular price, if they looked it up online, would normally cost them $250. At tax time, they can buy through CapTax for as little as $105, saving them, over half of what the normal cost is and still paying you a commission. And so that's just one quick example. And so all of these products can be added to the bottom line of your client's tax return. At the time of tax service, it increases your tax prep fees, which increases your income potential. And so when you take a look at our business model, you're going to see that we've got a business model that can allow you to make some very significant income basically just on the tax prep fees. But when you add things like getting access to affordable health care and other things that you can do that you can pick up a small referral fee for, guys, it's a significant income generator and a significant opportunity. So real quickly, I want to go over our marketing plan. Our marketing plan is simple. People know every year. You don't have to go out and find new customers for this. You don't have to convince someone that this is something that they need to do. So instead of having to ask someone to buy something, imagine providing a service to someone that's going to have value that far exceeds what the cost is. So, the tax refund return is cost them $250 and you're giving them a free vacation. Guys, this is a fair exchange here. And so from a marketing plan standpoint, we simply provide you with all the marketing materials that you need to be able to let people know that, hey, listen, you are officially now in the tax business. So whether those are signs or card magnets, brochures, flyers, or banners, we provide you with that information. That information points your client base to either your location or in-lobby locations. Like we partner up with several check cashing companies and things of that nature. You're going to utilize that Go CapTax app to stream in your client's information. And it does not matter if you're doing them individually, friends at a friend's home, or if you're part of our Infinity program where at your church or your nonprofit organization, you're actually preparing your taxes there so that they can benefit from the actual fee structure that we have in place. Each one of your clients, again, will get a 3-day, 2-night vacation, and that is our marketing plan. It's very simple. The only other piece of the puzzle that we offer is that when you go out and you provide a level of service to this extent, because the only thing most people are concerned about is that the taxes are going to be prepared correctly and they're going to get the maximum amount of refund money available. And so we can guarantee that happens through CapTax. But in addition to that, we can incentivize them by giving them a vacation, and we can incentivize them by referring other people to come through our service. And so if your friends and family members refer you to 3 people who try this service as well, guess what? We're going to then turn around and give them a free vacation, an extended vacation, which includes a spa and golf getaway. And so imagine getting referrals and being able to hand someone a significant vacation. Someone refers you over 6 or more people, the guys, they can take a 7-day, 8-night vacation, something that has a $2,500 value. We'll be able to give that to your friends for simply making the referral. And so when you think about the unlimited potential for what kind of business, what kind of person could capitalize on this model, many people restrict themselves saying to themselves, well, where will I find the people at? How will I attract people to allow me to take advantage of their taxes? Well, let me just give you some reference points. Let me give you some examples of people that have already teamed up with us to do this, from regular everyday individuals to small businesses servicing their existing customer base as an additional revenue stream, to social media and internet marketers, people that can market this app and do it through social media. Check cashing companies, churches and nonprofit organizations are now taking advantage of this. If you refer any of these people to this particular program who get involved, you can get an override for them taking advantage of it, and you actually override the entire scenario and make a percentage of every tax return that's created inside of their model. People who do fundraisers, attorneys, bookkeepers, accountants, and CPAs, dry cleaners, everything from pawn shops, for performing tax returns, because when you get that refund check in, guess what? They want you to do business with them. To title pawn and payday loans, barbershops and beauty salons, daycares, and the list goes on and on and on. All different types of people are already taking advantage of this industry. The real question is, are you? And so even network marketing leaders are now, infusing their downline with this unique opportunity to generate additional income on, again, something that everyone must do. And so let me talk real fast and switch gears before we close up and talk about the different levels of participating. How do you get started? The first entry-level position is known as general partner. There's a one-time $500 fee to become a general partner. But here's the thing that I want you to walk away from this call with. Guys, all you have to do is find 4 people willing. The most risk you have in this deal as a general partner is that you got to find 4 people that are willing to actually have you do their tax returns. At that point, you've broken even, and you've at least made your money back. And see, I think that's very important because we believe we have a no-lose proposition. So if you can't get yourself and your parents or a sibling to actually try your service, then take my word for this. This is not for you. And so, you may want to go out and test market and say, listen, I got a reputable company that's doing wonderful things, that's licensed in every way imaginable. It's only 1 of 5 companies tied in with the Obamacare program. Can you take a look at this and see if you'd be willing to allow me to let this service do your taxes for you? It's going to save you money and give you a free vacation. If 4 people won't say yes to that, then take my word for this. Please do not join this business model, okay? And so every general partner gets the Go Tax app. You get the tax prep provided by tax professionals. You get all the marketing materials that we talked about, and you earn a 25% commission per processed return. And so last year on the national average for cap tax, on the national average, the average person, whether in a location or out there just creating foot traffic for themselves, the average person generated roughly 225 tax returns. Now, if you do the math on that, at a 25% of the average tax return here, including the averages of the other products and services that we're actually selling, that would generate you almost $30,000 in roughly a 4 to 6 week time span. Now, let me say that again. That's $28,000 in 4 to 6 week time span. Now, all of us, you may be saying to yourself, well, wait a minute, I thought tax season is 3 to 4 months long. It is. But you have to understand is that 90% of people who are getting a refund back, they're going to, which is the vast majority of people who work a job, they're going to actually file their taxes the very second that they can on January the 23rd when those tax portals open up. They're going to be standing in line to get their refund check. And so the mass majority of this business, 90% of it is done in the first 4 to 6 weeks. And so that's at the general partner level with a $500 investment. The next level is known as a field partner. There's a $2,000 fee set for becoming a field partner, but obviously when you pay more, you obviously get a lot more. Now, as a field partner, keep in mind that just processing non-tax returns allows you to break even. So the same rule applies. If you have an existing business and you want to be a field partner, you're going to invest $2,000 to be a field partner, and you got an existing business, or maybe you've got access to people at your job, in your church, or what have you. Maybe you belong to a fraternity. Go out and ask 9 people. Present this information to them and tell them about the free vacation they can get. Ask 9 people, would they be willing to give this service a try? And if so, you just broke even, and you have a business model that can work for you. If you can't find 9 people, then again, this is not for you, okay? At the field partner level, you get everything else we just talked about at the partner level, so I'm not going to rehash through that. But you also earn 45% commission on all processed tax returns. So if we're just making a smaller investment, and keep in mind that $2,000 fee can be financed. But for making the additional small investment, guys, you're going to go from making $28,000 for the exact same amount of tax returns to making over $50,000 in that same 4 to 6 weeks as a field partner. Now, the next two levels are known as location partners and lobby partners, guys. Both of these locations are about having a brick and mortar office space that allows traffic to come in through you. So if you have an existing business, there's a $5,000 fee. Even with that fee set, even though we offer financing for that fee set, guys, understand this. It only takes 15 tax returns to break even. So if you imagine yourself actually going and being inside of a location, or if you've got a booming business, ask yourself, can you find 15 people, clients that will be willing to allow you to do their tax returns, and you just broke even. But more importantly than that, you're going to earn a 65% commission on all the tax returns and all the products that are being sold. Again, if you took the average from last year of 225 tax returns with the average fee structure, including the products that are being sold, being right around $500 at 65%, guys, that's over $73,000. Now, our top premier spot at the $5,000 level, if you choose, is called an in-lobby location partner. Now, the fee structure is the same at $5,000, but let me tell you what happens at this level. You're now partnering with over 9,000 plus check cashing locations and over 10,000 plus renter centers and locations like that throughout the U.S. that we're in contract with a ready-made customer base with potentially 6,000 customers walking through your door during tax season, during each month of tax season. And guys, 15 returns, again, allow you to break even, and financing is available on this as well. You get everything else that you normally get with all the other levels, but you're earning a 65% commission level per processed tax return, and the product is being sold. Again, $73,000 is what's on the table here, and so and that's if you do the minimum from last year. We also have an Infinity program that I'm not going to spend very much time on, but it's free to join, and this is for someone who is a nonprofit. You can earn a 45% commission level. You get everything else that you get at the other levels, including marketing materials. And again, we're talking about 225 tax returns earns that nonprofit or your church home $50,000. And so, guys, from an individual effort, when you look at the hypotheticals, here's a repeat, a high-level overview, if you will, a recap. At the general partner level, we're talking about 25%, making you $28,000 if you only did the average from last year, 45% making you $50,000 if you did the average, and at 65% grossing you, netting you over $73,000 if you did the average. And so the other thing to keep in mind here is that if you introduce someone to this opportunity and they get started at the exact same level as you, where they're earning the 65%, and you're at the 65%, then you pick up a 5% override of whatever business they write. And so no matter how this works, you get paid for all of the efforts that you put into this deal. And so to give you a quick example of what that looks like, if you were a location partner, if you decided to get started, even as an individual at the 65% level, and you went out and you weren't planning to be in a physical location, but you went out and you put together a team of 10 people that were going to be in physical locations, or that were going to go out and generate at least the average of 225 tax returns, with a team of 10 people who got started at the general partner level of 25%, you would get the difference between the 25% and the 65%, netting you 40% override over those tax returns. If you had 10 people doing 225 tax returns apiece, guys, in that scenario, just that scenario there, you do your own math with this, but in that scenario, that would net you over $450,000. And so we're talking about just with having 10 partners. We have people already that's introduced over 20 people that's got involved with this concept already. And so there's some very significant income to be made. I'm going to give you a real quick breakdown of the partner summary as we close up. We've talked about a lot of the things that you get, but I want to point out a couple of quick things that every partner gets associated with this business model. First and foremost, this is available in all 50 states, so you're not limited by that. At every level, regardless whether you're a partner or in-lobby partner or the Infinity program, you get bilingual support. You get webinar training. There's training available at all the levels. And so we provide webinar training. Even though you don't need to know how to do a tax return, you still need to have a general working knowledge of the process, how to work the app, so on and so forth. Very simple, basic training, but we do provide that. So we provide you the training and support that you need to be successful. Also, the 3-day, 2-night golf and spa certificates that allow you to give away when people refer 3 people or 6 people to you. We provide you so many of those at each individual level. And so the higher the level you're in at, the more of those you get. So as just a general partner, we're going to give you 5 of those as part of your package. But as an in-lobby, our location partner, we're going to provide you with 40 of those. And so you do the math, 40 times 3 referrals apiece. You've had a lot of business referred, and we make more of those available for purchase. Same thing with the 8-day, 7-night vacation. We make so many of those available, so many signs, brochures, card magnets, and banners. And so the more you invest, the more you obviously get in marketing materials and flyers. And so in closing, guys, the last thing I want to share with you guys is that they are partner financing options. So if you heard this and you said to yourself, wow, this all sounds great, but man, if I had an extra $2,000 laying around, I would be all over this. But, we understand that opportunity waits for no one. Imagine making an investment in yourself and putting forth the effort, and over the next 2 months or so, earning enough income to last you for a full year. We believe that's life-changing. So you have to do what you have to do to get involved. But to assist you in that process, we have created several financing options that can allow you to finance at the $2,000 level and above. That can allow you to finance your startup costs for whatever level that you're looking to participate at. And so with a small down payment and roughly a 10% interest fee, you can actually finance your entry-level position to get started, and you can finance that in a couple of different ways. Right now, you can finance it against your pending refund, so you have your taxes prepared. If you have a refund check that exceeds that dollar amount, then you can finance this against your refund, and it will actually come directly out of your refund check. Again, another major perk for being involved in the tax industry, that you can take this directly right out of your tax return. You also can finance those fees based on your due commission. And so you can actually get involved and you can put down a modest down payment and have the rest of what you're financing be financed out of the success that you have and the commissions that you'll be due with this model. And so we have other options becoming available, but that's what's on the table right now. So, with that, guys, I definitely want to thank you for joining the call. We appreciate each and every one of you for coming here and hearing this information. Definitely get back with the person that invited you here. They can tell you what the next step is. They can get you in touch with someone who's an expert that can help answer whatever questions that you may have. But we definitely appreciate you guys coming here because we believe that this is a very critical opportunity. And this is not about selling people on what we have here, but this is about informing people that there's a unique opportunity to capitalize on an industry that's more than proven, and an industry that can allow you to make some significant income that can be life-changing over your 2015 calendar year.